Yeah, there we go. There we go. Try to put this, put the music a little bit lower. Oh, I think hold on. All right, let's turn that off. I don't need it on. I don't need it to follow me. Let's see. Let me go. That's a, that's a good one right there. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Hell yeah. There we go. That's the right angle right there. So what up, everybody? Happy be Saturday night, Saturday evening. What up, Simba? How's everybody doing? Wanted to hop on live and see what's up with everybody. It's been a while since I've been on. E1990, what is up, my boy? How you doing? Make sure you guys all double tap that screen, hit that like button, hit that like button. Let's see if we can push this thing out into the YouTube universe. Says hello, I'm new, Daniel Kirk. What's up, Daniel Kirk? What up, Focus? Yeah, I would like to get a pew pew. Oh yeah, me too, me too. So I figured we started off a little bit different today with the topic of conversation. And today's topic of conversation is you scrapping or you blasting? And I figured I'd put that topic up today. I put a post up on the good old Instagram for those of you guys who are on Instagram. You may have seen that video that I just put up. That video is if you don't have your pew pew with you, can you chunk them? And I got a lot of interesting comments on that post there, and it kind of seems that a little bit more than 50% of the people's mindsets are of that they're gonna pull out and start blasting rather than start scrapping. And I thought that was pretty interesting because it was a little over 50%. I would say it's probably leaning towards 60, maybe 70% of the comments leaning towards I'm gonna blast rather than I'm gonna scrap. And I think that's it's pretty upsetting a little bit because I come from the times where, I'm not that old, kind of sort of old. I got the receding hairline, but I come from the times where, we would scrap. We would get down if we had any sort of differences. And it seems like nowadays people are just wanting to pull out pew pews and just start dumping over a simple disagreement. I just happened to see a story that popped up on my good old Instagram feed about, Philadelphia. A dudes had a disagreement, staring at each other, mad dogging, pulling out a strap, boom. Didn't even shoot the dude. He ended up hitting an innocent bystander. He hit a cashier. And you hear that time and time again. Here's the thing with the good old-fashioned ass whooping. Yes, everybody needs a good old ass whooping every now and again. It builds character. It builds grit. And surprisingly, I don't think too many people have gotten into fist fights before, and that's it's kind of upsetting. One can never accept the fact that they got their ASS whooped. Yes, I agree on that statement, E1990. A lot of people get pissed and, they'll want to come back and bring a cutter or a blaster. Got to play on the words here because you know how the algorithm is, but you guys know what I'm saying. So yeah, a lot of people cannot handle the fact that they got their asses whooped and they want to come back for revenge. Not everybody. There are people who do get beat up and will shake your hand and give you that respect. So, I just thought that, we start off a little bit different this morning. How do you guys feel on that topic of conversation? What would you guys do if somebody pushed you or maybe even, gave you a little friendly slap? Now, not so friendly, but you know what I mean. So if somebody pushed you or even, put hands on you, what would you do? Would you pull out your pew pew and start blasting, or would you start scrapping? So that's the topic of conversation for tonight. I like to hear how you guys would react in a situation like that. Michael Bell, what is up, my boy? How you doing? Yes, it has been a while. It's been a while. Like my buddy's grandpa says, sometimes people just need to get punched in the mouth. Yes, 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 yes. I agree on that statement. Every now and again, everybody needs to get a little bit of a, they need to get touched up every now and again. It builds grit, it builds character. So, and also, we hold people accountable for, you know, mistakes they have made. So, a good old fashioned ass whooping is needed every now and again. Someone gives me a slap in the push, I'll just shoulder check them. Hell yeah, German pro. See, that's the mindset right there. An eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. Not freaking an eye for a freaking arm, an eye for your life. So, hell yeah, that's the right mindset right there, Mr. German. Oh, I thought that said pro. German PXP. Sorry about that. It's the ultra polarized glasses. Come here, buddy. He wants to say hi to everybody. This is my homeboy right here, Little Bear. He carries a 43X. He's quick to start dumping. He's quick to start shooting, but I don't blame him though, because you know how them Yorkies are. They are crazy. ¿Cómo está mi compa? What is up, mi nito? How you doing? Oh shit. What up, Rob? How you doing? I paid $700 for a Glock, and I live in the South. You think I'm fighting? Damn. Come on, Rob. You still a little bit younger, dude. Like, I would think that you were to answer, I'm going to fucking give somebody an uppercut. But yeah, I don't know, to each his own. I'm not dogging you or anything, but yeah, if somebody were to punch or, slap me, I'm going to give it right back to them, 'cause you guys all know that I am carrying everywhere all day, every day. Sorry, officer, I feared for my life, so I shot him. Yes, and we do even see a lot of those road rage videos where somebody's going and banging on the window, boom, boom, boom. And then the dude inside the car just pulls out his pew pew and just lets him have it. So yeah, that's pretty sad. That is pretty sad. I'm joking, brother. Yeah, no, I know. If a shoulder check doesn't set them in the right standpoint, just a good old slap them and kick them. Just a good old slap and kick them. Yeah, and we're not condoning violence here. I'm just trying to see how all y'all would react because, like I was mentioning a few moments ago, I put a posting up on the good old handy dandy Instagram, and got a good amount of views, I would say, and with those views, I felt that it was over, maybe 60% of the answers that were given were, no, I'm gonna pull out my pew and let them have it if somebody were to slap or push me. And I kind of felt it was a little bit disturbing because, like I was mentioning before, I come from the olden days where if somebody were to, shoulder check me, push me, or even slap me, then they're gonna get it right back. I'm gonna shoulder check, push, or even slap them right back. So, that's why I thought it was pretty interesting to see all those answers and see how everybody was just quick to pull out their pew pew and just let you have it over a simple shoulder check. So I thought that was pretty odd. Let me switch this over real quick. Oh, yeah, I don't think YouTube likes me talking about those certain topics right there because it was just, it just went down to like one person right there. So that was, yeah, I don't know. Pretty sure I can carry a nice P320, but that thing is only, but that thing is only for if I see a weapon or if there's a threat. Yeah, I know, man. 320s are still good. It's not all of them that are, messed up. It's just good as new. So it's not all of them. It's just some of them. A lot of people can't fight these days. Yeah. Yes. And it's sad, but it's true. A lot of people cannot fight. these days, and a lot of people are quick to pull out their pew pews and just start blasting over words, over a shoulder check, over stepping on somebody's brand new Jordans. So yeah, man, you guys got to, not you guys, but just in general, to those people who I say they fall in that 60%, I think then people need to, change their mindset. And Ricky, what is up, my boy Ricky? How you doing? I would rather have a, I'd rather have a, honestly, I'd rather myself a 1911, but I don't mess with Glock. It's more bulky. I'm not really a big bulky person, but the 19 is not bad. Yes, 19 is awesome. I got me a 19 right there. That's it's one of my favorites. That's one that kind of started it all for me. All of these, in fact, are basically the same kind of platform. It's just larger. This is a Canik Mete MC9 Prime, but that's in my head the same size as a Glock 19. This comes with a little bit more bells and whistles. Focus. What is up, Focus? How you doing? But yeah, Ricky, how would you act, Ricky, if somebody were to shoulder check you? Let's just say somebody were to slap you. How would you act? Would you pull out your pew pew and start dumping, or would you give it right back to them? Would you give them that slap right back? Would you give them that push right back? How would you act in that situation right there? That's what we're talking about right now, because I put a posting up on the good old Instagram, and it was overwhelmingly, 60 to 70% of the people, all said that they would pull out their pew pews and start blasting if somebody were to shoulder check them, push them, or even slap them. And I thought that was pretty disturbing, because we should all know how to fight. We should all know how to chunk them. We should all know how to throw them hands. Us men. But if you're older, if you're older in age, or if you're disabled, then that doesn't apply to you. But if you're a, regular everyday citizen, just like me, then I feel that you should be able to efficiently defend yourself with your two hands if you're a man. Have you seen my crooked head? Hell yeah, that's right, Ricky. That is right. Definitely not blasting over that. Yep. Hell yeah, Focus. But here's another thing though. We don't want to push or shove them back, because you think you're carrying. They're probably carrying as well. Identify if they have a pew pew. Yep. Oh yeah, and you always got to judge every situation accordingly. You can't handle everything the same. So judge accordingly. I feel older than my age though, due to injuries. Yeah, and just like I was saying, like if you're older or disabled, then that doesn't apply to you. But if you're walking around, if you're willing and able, then you should be able to defend yourself. And yeah, that's just how I feel in that situation, because yeah, that would just bothered me by those answers that I got. So yeah, bear with me. I had my wig cracked a few times, broken eye sockets, broken jaw, nose. Damn, man, we get down. Hey, Ricky, I was gonna ask you too. Where are you from? You from California as well? You from the motherland, my boy? And if you are, what part you from? Yeah, you're definitely right. Yeah, appreciate you, VG. I've been through stuff because of Iraq. That's why after the military, I started carrying. Yeah, and I think everybody carries for their own various reasons, and I tip my hat to that. But I just felt that it would be a good topic of conversation. Would you chunk them, or would you start dumping? Because us men, we should know how to defend ourselves with our hands. We shouldn't be pulling out our pew pews and start blasting. If we have a disagreement with somebody, if somebody pushes us, push them back. Somebody slaps you, slap them back. Don't pull out your pew pew and start dumping. Come on, guys. But yeah, how do you guys feel on that situation there? If somebody were to, you know, shoulder check you, how would you act? Would you pull out your pew pew and let them have it? Or would you give it right back at them, whether it be a slap or a push? Colorado, oh, that's right. Hell yeah, 719 Colorado. Uh, I know a couple cats that fought in Iraq. One of them is a solid dude. Then again, I'm not putting myself in a situation that I haven't planned or I'm getting myself out of. Yep. Don't put yourself in bad situations, guys. I'm just think the girls are home. Girls may be home. I'm good. I'm good. Point on your end. If you start dumping, second thing is civilians get hit in the crossfire. Yep. Civilians or, regular unintended folks end up getting hit because pew pews, bullets definitely got no names. They will travel and they do travel. These dudes say that they're gonna start dumping, don't realize they're gonna have a lot of fighting when they get locked up for dumping. Facts. That is very, very true, VG. And that's another reason why I felt like it was disturbing too. It's like, because dude, there's a lot of consequences that come after you dumping on somebody. That comes after you dropping somebody, especially when it's in a public place, when you get caught or there's a police report. You're gonna have a lot of explaining to do as to why you pulled out your pew pew and, blasted somebody over a simple, disagreement. So yeah, it is pretty interesting. I moved to a small town with my wife and kids, living life now. Hey, Rick, that's right. Hey, baby, how are you?
So I don't show my face.
Yeah, I know. How are you? Where's mom?
Leo's here and mom's here.
Oh, Leo, mom's here? All right. Hey! Hey, honey. Good. My fault, my bad. My girls just got home right now. So I had to go and say hi to them real quick. My fault, my fault, my fault. I haven't seen my girls all day, so I had to go and say hi. You know how it be when you got girls. Okay. So where we at? Okay, so you're in Colorado, right, Ricky? If you're the one I'm thinking of, because I know a guy named Ricky, and he has a YouTube channel. That probably is Ricky right there. Bro, just curious, if you're in Cali, how do you have that ARP? Are you a law enforcement? No, no, I'm from Cali, BG. I got out here to Texas. I'm currently in Texas right now. And I'm from Cali, born and raised. That's why I got love for my motherfucking Dodgers right here. That's why you see. That's why you see in the LA hat, and you probably heard me mention it. But I'm from Cali. I got out here in 2018, and I love it. I wouldn't change it for a thing. And I wish I would have got out here a long time ago. I would have got my house for probably like 50 grand less than what I got it for. But even what I paid for it, this little mini mansion right here, 2,700 square feet in Cali, would cost me like $1 million. Out here, it cost me like $250,000. And I feel like a rich ass man because you can't find houses like that anymore for 250. They're all like going for 500 thou. So I got in early. I got in at a good time. So I'm blessed for that. I'm blessed for that. Very, very blessed. You should stream tonight. I would love I usually I would before I'd stream a lot at night. I'll probably hop on tonight, later on tonight, cause I finished work a little bit early today. I got home, the girls weren't here, and that's why I hopped on right now. So hell yeah. But do me a favor, guys, while I have all you guys in here, double tap that screen, hit that like button for me, and let me know, how would you guys react if somebody were to shoulder check you, give you a little slap, or even push you? Would you guys start dumping, or would you give it right back to them? So let me know, how would you guys react in that situation right there? Would you guys start blasting? Would you start boom, giving some uppercuts? Let's hear it down below, everybody. Don't be shy. Don't be scared. I'd like to hear all y'all's take on that little situation right there, because like I was mentioning a few moments ago, if you were here, that I put a posting up on the good old Instagram, and it was about 60 to 70% of the answers that I got were people mentioning that they're gonna pull out their pew pews and start blasting rather than start fighting. And that just blew my mind right there, because I may be out of touch a little bit with the times, because I am a little bit old. I am 39 years of age, and I come from the times where if we have a disagreement with somebody, we start scrapping, we start fighting. And it seems like now people want to start dumping, they want to start blasting. So yeah, hopefully people can kind of change their mindset a little bit and start chunking them when the time is right. Don't just go around and flex your chest and try to be a bully. I'm talking about, when the time is right, like some mutual combat type stuff. Like, somebody wants to chunk them with you, chunk them back. And I felt like it'd be a good topic of conversation, because it just seems like day after day I come across these stories, just like last night, literally like 24 hours ago. I believe it was in Philadelphia at a Walmart. At a Walmart, these dudes have a disagreement. I guess they were staring, mad dogging each other, whatever. And instead of chunking them, the dude pulls out a pew pew, starts blasting, and ends up hitting an innocent employee. He didn't even hit his intended target. So, if he would have started chunking them, then yeah, he would have been in a whole different situation right now. But you live and you learn. Just like Pop said from Friday. What is it? You fight and yeah, I don't know, but he said something fucking cool as shit. Bro, nowadays cops even do a lot. Philly is crazy. Glad I live far away from there. And everywhere, every metropolitan city is pretty crazy. That's just how it is. Even out here in Austin, out in fucking Seattle, it's just wild kind of everywhere. That's why you can never underestimate anybody either, because you never know, maybe the least person that you expect is gonna start dumping. But you win some, you lose some, but you live to fight another day. Yeah, that's what I was trying to. That's what I was trying to say. Good good save on that, my boy E1990. But it's true. It is true. You win some, you lose some, but you live. You live to fight another day. So, hopefully everybody, not everybody, well, hopefully a lot of people start to change their mindset and instead of dumping, instead of blasting, start scrapping. I think the wife's gonna come in and try to bring me some Chinese food. And the thing is, nowadays, newer gun owners think it's okay to draw all the time. Facts. German PXP facts. And I see it a lot, unfortunately. I see it online, I see it in person. And yeah, man, I wish it would be a little bit different when it were to come to situations like that. But, it is what it is. Oh, snap. Where'd you guys get the Chinese food from?
But my sister had.
You guys were over there?
I took my sister home.
What do you mean? She got dropped off over here?
I took her over there.
That's weird. Damn, I can't eat this big ass plate of Chinese food here online. It's gonna look like one of them mukbang videos. I'll have to put this away real quick. But this does look fire though. I'm gonna have to put it away until I get off.
You're gonna eat with your wife. You can.
All right, well let me turn it off. Yeah, because it's gonna look like a mukbang video. All right, I'm gonna eat real quick, but I'll be back. So if you guys are around in about like 30 minutes, around 8 o'clock, then I'll catch you guys on. But if not, catch you on the next one. You see what I'm talking about? So that's what I'm saying. Give me like 30 minutes.